welcome back to my channel. It's Kids of Kids Crochets, and in this video we are going to be talking about pattern tests. I personally have been in a couple different pattern tests for different crocheters, and I absolutely love pattern tests, and I just think they're so much fun, and being the first people to get a pattern is so much fun because being able to make it first, I just feel exclusive and so cool and stuff. And then I just wanted to make a video about talking about pattern tests because a lot of people don't even know what they are, or if they do know what they are, they don't really get oh, how do I get into them, that type of stuff. So one of the things that I wanted to talk about pattern tests is kind of how to get into pattern tests, which obviously no matter what, there's never going to be an exact way to getting into pattern tests because it just depends on if you get picked or not. But some ways that I've found that are good ways to get picked is, one, usually pattern tests are on Instagram, so make sure that you are posting your products on Instagram that you make. And then also, personally, I have my biggest following on TikTok. And I would not say that I'm a big crocheter at all, but definitely having an online presence helps. For instance, I go live, so I make crochet friends through live, and I feel having crochet friends, you have a higher chance of getting into crochet tester calls, because when your friends post them, they see your name and they're okay, well, I know that she's gonna get it done. I know that she's gonna do good work. I know that she's gonna give me good critiques, that type of stuff. So making sure that you're posting high quality items on your Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, any type of different social media that you have. Also, another thing that could set you apart is how you comment back from on the tester call. So personally, every time that I really want to be in a tester call, or be the tester, I will put in my comment that I'd really love to do it, kind of explain the colors or the yarn or something like that, because people knowing more information, and they enjoy being able to see, oh, this is what their vision is, and if they fall in love with their vision, they're gonna want to see it. So that's another thing that can help. The third thing that can help with tester calls is literally just applying to all the ones that you want to get into, because if you're not applying, you're not gonna get in. And also don't just apply to big crocheters tester calls, because you're less likely to get in. So if you find a tester call online and it's someone who hasn't really made a bunch of patterns, join that tester call if you think that the plushie is cute that they're making, because one, you're helping someone who has a smaller following, not small, just smaller than the big creators. You have a high chance of making more friends by being in tester calls. And then also just you have a higher chance to be picked if there's less people who are trying to get picked. And also, for the fourth thing, I would say come up with an idea that you are really excited about for the tester call, because or not for the tester call, but for becoming a tester, because if the person is putting out a tester call, they are very passionate about this pattern, and if you show that you have passion for the pattern and the plushie yourself, then they are going to be more likely to pick you, because they want someone who is also passionate about what they're making. I have been in a bit of pattern tests. I can put a few on screen that I have done. I've done some for Crochet Corner 014. I've done some for Dreamy Knots Crochets. I've done some for Crochet by Chloe May. I've done some for Julie Crocheting. I'm trying to look to see some. I've done one for Cozy Guru. I've done one for Kensley Customs. I'm trying to think if there are any more. There might be more, but those are some of the people that I have done some pattern tests for, and they've always turned out so cute, and I'm obsessed. I can't always apply for a bunch of pattern tests just because I do get busy, and then I can't make them. The fifth thing about pattern testing is if you are going to apply for the pattern test, make sure that you can finish it in time, because if you have one pattern test that you cannot finish in time, it's going to look really bad on your brand if you aren't doing what you said you were going to be doing. And crocheters talk. So like if there's one crocheter that doesn't do it, unless there's like an actual excuse, doesn't do the pattern, doesn't do like give any notes, and like there's obvious things that are going like that are wrong in the pattern and other people are picking it up and that person isn't, like just make sure that you are doing the job of being a pattern tester, because if you aren't, then those crocheters are going to talk to other crocheters about how you didn't do it, and then you're not going to get picked for those other crocheters ones as well. The sixth thing that I would say about pattern testing is make sure that you post the day that they put up their pattern. And I personally like to put the link to the pattern that they can buy off of that person in, not like in the post, but I put the person like an @ in the description or the comment, whatever. And then I put the, what's it called? And then I link it when I like post it on my story, like my Instagram story, for instance. I'll post my new post about the pattern test, and then I'll link the Etsy link or whatever they use. Every time for me it's been Etsy, but some people don't. Also, the seventh thing to keep in mind for a pattern test is make sure it's in the terminology that you know, and if it's not, make sure you allow time to be able to translate what the terminology is, because in the US there's different terminology than like the UK and stuff like that. So each thing will turn out differently if you don't use the correct if you don't have the correct terminology. So make sure that you check that out as well so that you don't screw yourself over, because there were many times I've almost bought patterns and they were in UK terms and not US, so that would have not worked good. And I usually just shy away from them because I don't want to have to go through and translate it all, because like I am buying the pattern, I don't want to have to translate it all. But that being said, you can translate it. The eighth thing that I would say about tester calls is make sure that you leave the person the notes for their thing. I sometimes will send it in the group chats and sometimes send it to the person like personally, depending. It's okay to ask questions. If you have a question about the pattern, make sure you ask the question, because they will appreciate that you're putting forth the effort to do your best on this pattern, and then they'll want to pick you again in the future. Like I've had multiple times where I've had to reach out and be like, hey, I don't know, maybe I'm just reading this wrong, but like, what is this supposed to be? And am I supposed to do this or am I supposed to do this? And just reaching out to them shows that you care and that you want to make it the best way that you possibly can. And also, it is okay to not give notes. If you do not have any notes, if you didn't see anything wrong with the pattern, or everyone else already commented about, oh, this number's wrong or something, like it's okay if you don't have any extra notes. Sometimes I will rewrite notes. Sometimes I will be like, hey, I didn't have any notes other than what's been said. And then sometimes like I have like a small tweak of a note. So like I just say, hey, this is me just being picky. But personally, I would put this in the pattern if it was my pattern to make it as easy and user-friendly as possible. So like just making sure that you reach out to them, you let them know and that you're not just like leaving them in the lurch, because nobody wants that. And it's just gonna make it harder for them, gonna make it harder for you, gonna make you have a higher chance of not getting picked. And yeah, it's just important that you try your best to work with them as best as possible. Finally, for this video, I personally love doing pattern tests. Like, it's just really cool to me. And I have put out 2 free patterns, and I didn't technically get them pattern tested just because they were free patterns, but I just asked my crochet friends that I have, a few of them, to be like, hey, if you guys have time, could you make this? If not, it's fine. Like, I'm gonna make a couple more of the pattern, but like, just wanted to give it as an option. And I have had really good luck with being able to ask some of my crochet friends, and some of them make them and stuff like that. Also, getting your name out there with a pattern test can also help, because people want a free pattern, and when you put out a pattern test, they get the pattern for free. So like, and then also they post your pattern when it is due, so then you're also getting more people showing off your pattern. So if you are wanting to do a pattern test, it's also could be very good for your account as well. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you liked it, and I hope that it was useful. If you have any questions about pattern tests, make sure that you comment down below, and I will try to reply with the best of my abilities. And if you like this video, make sure that you like and subscribe and turn on notifications if you want to see more of my content. And also check out my IG, my TikTok, and all my different socials, so that you get to see the different things that come up. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye! I got selected for a pattern test from Crochet Corner 0114. Oh my goodness. Because the dogs are going crazy. It's like making my whole thing go bad. But it's for a, what's it called? Nat-nee. Don't eat my thing. It's for a, no, Navy. It's for a ice cream cone jelly cat. So the cone will go up here, and then the feet will go on the bottom, and it's gonna be so cute. I'm so excited. And I'm gonna do the feet in the same color as the chocolate chips, because I feel like that'll make it pop really good, and then the cone in this color. And then also I need to do a little unboxing, but Navy apparently wants to unbox it, not me. Because I got my first Hooks and Glitter crochet hooks, my first resin crochet hook, and I'm so excited. Oh my goodness, this is hard to open. This is dangerous. Well, nobody's breaking into this box, that's for sure. Where's ripping the box? Okay. Okay, is there more tape over here? Oh my goodness, there's more tape over here. Oh, I'm showing my address too. Yeah, these were not getting broken into, that's for sure. So cute. So here is the crochet hook. I got the red, white, and blue one for the 4th of July because I was obsessed. And I am absolutely obsessed. Like, look at how pretty this is. Oh, I put it. Look at how pretty this is. Oh my goodness. I'm literally gonna use it tonight when I work on this. I'm so excited. But I will have to update you guys with how this pattern test is working out as I go. I'm so excited because it's turning out so cute. Oh, it was also my first time using poly pellets. So that's kind of fun because it's weighted, so that's extra fun, and like it's decently heavy. Finny, feel it.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy? So that's Vinny's live reaction because he didn't even get to see me work on this at all last night because I did it on live. So that is your reason to follow me on live or follow me on TikTok, because I go live on there and then you can see what I'm making in real time. So obviously I need to show when I have better lighting, but oh my gosh, I'm obsessed. I'm gonna add a little bit of smile. I'm either gonna add a little smile or I might just leave it like this, but it is so cute and I'm obsessed. And I did the feet the same color as the chocolate chips because it's like chocolate chip feet. I I thought that'd be so cute. But I need to take pictures of it tomorrow. But I'm so happy with how it turned out, and I'm absolutely obsessed with it.